I'm LaTonya Swan, and this is Acknowledge the Hero.
Damn.
What?
It don't even matter. Because you had the pillows.
Oh no, I'm a walking man like Van White.
Okay. Oh shit, okay. I never had two of these.
You found it out.
This is weird. Yeah, so we're just still recording, but you know.
Say what's up to the people.
Yeah, what's up, people? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want to discuss that?
What?
You think I'm sexist for these pillows?
Oh yeah, that was it.
That was it, right?
All right, we're gonna have to start with that, Tony.
We're gonna start with that.
Yeah. Relax. You'll know. Okay. I told Tanya, you know, they acknowledge the hero. You see the pillow. Obviously, this is a guy. I asked her, like, why didn't you get a woman's one? Like, that would make, sense, So it could be, you could sell to both. But she like, I don't like the woman logo of that. I'm like, what else do you want? Like, if they take that dress off, you ain't gonna know what restroom to walk into. Like, what's the...
Why wouldn't it just say women's?
Some do.
I mean...
What about a kid that can't read, though?
I don't know. They should know that not all women wear skirts.
But they ain't trying to fucking save humanity. They just like, this is a quick way that you can know. Without words, without nothing. You know this is the women's restroom because that's a triangle and it's like a dress. And obviously, this looks like a guy.
But
like,
even
you see
that...
This looks like a guy. Like,
even that being the identifying factor, for example, with the kid, like, I don't like that being the only way a kid knows that a woman is a woman. Like, I've had people think that I'm a guy because, like, kids think I'm a guy because I'm not wearing earrings. Like, I hate stuff like that. That's like,
it's not that deep, though. It's a restroom. It ain't that deep.
Right, just put the same fucking icon on there.
Okay, so when niggas walk into the women's restroom, because he's like, I ain't know what the fuck this was.
People walk into the wrong bathroom all the time.
Yeah, but it's gonna get realer when you ain't got no logos.
But why can't there be broad-shouldered women that don't wear skirts?
You mean men?
No.
No.
Who says that shape is the only woman's shape? Who says that women can't have broad shoulders?
It's just a woman in a dress. Like, it's not a shape.
I don't even like
it's
dresses.
Just a woman
I don't like skirts. So
what woman hasn't worn a skirt or a dress
identify
ever?
with that symbol.
I get what you're saying. You don't identify with it because it ain't you. But you know you're a woman.
Right. I don't need the skirt to...
You know that image just simplifies that this is for women. Like, it's just a simple thing. It ain't that deep. Like, you want them to change the restroom logos? To what?
I don't care what they do. I just didn't want the girl skirt pillow. That's all.
And I said our female fans might be a little upset about that.
And then I told them that I would step in and I'll explain how I like.
She said,
first of all, from a business standpoint, our logo,
is that
the woman in there is implied. That's the logo. I just took that out and made that the pillow. So that's number one.
It's like
number
Make
two,
America Great Again.
Who says that women? No, the fuck is not. Who says that women gotta wear skirts all the time? And yeah,
they don't.
I like it. So, women, it's not Davon if, for some reason you think it's sexist.
It is pretty sexist.
It was a business choice. It was a personal choice. I, as a female, identify more with pants. And it's my show. So.
I'm not wearing anything.
The pants are implied.
I told her, well, if that's the case, I want a dick hanging right here so I know it's a guy too.
That's fine. I don't care. Go ahead. would they have it going how would they even depict that?
They gotta give
two
some more
circles
would it
at the
hang
top
out to the side or just hang straight down? But then what's to stop it from just looking like his torso just extended longer?
He got a little tumor.
Bro, I don't know what this show just turned into. Yeah, I don't know where they would put his dick, but somewhere.
What if they made it another color? Now
What if they just put a mustache on them, and that's how we know it's a
Oh
man?
yeah, see that's.
Oh.
But, you know, some women have mustaches.
Can't
Nah,
do anything.
the mustaches is okay. I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
I don't care what they do. I guess y'all the one that need the distinction.
No, we don't. No.
They're not changing it for us.
What?
We fine with our logo.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, I'm fine
Never
with
was
the
a thought
logo.
like-
I just.
Oh. Sometimes I would like to wear a dress. Like, that never was.
Young Thug probably feel like that.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, absolutely right.
Like gender roles are like becoming
Erased.
I was watching Davon hate the idea of the show, but I don't know, some show called The Letdown, and I was like drawn to it because it was like a mother comedy, whatever. But they had all different types of moms, and one of the moms was like the hippie granola mom, and she didn't give her baby a gender, so she just kept on having to say his or her, she or he, like all that stuff, and people was getting annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I told her I don't like comedies from outside the country.
That's a
There's
very
nothing
bold
wrong with that.
statement.
Is it?
It's very Americanist.
I'm
You think
fucking
American comedy is better than,
Absolutely.
but British actors are better than American actors.
Says who?
Theater,
Nah.
it's proven. They talk about
What is proven?
they talk about how all the British actors study our work and come over here and take our jobs.
Because they
it's so many.
peasants and accepting cheaper
It's so
pay.
many actors that
They
you
don't
know
even know
come
they
over.
work.
No, that you don't even know that they British.
They don't even know they work.
I didn't even know that.
That dog is crazy.
Reno is one of the most disrespectful people I know.
He is. Look at him.
But he's old and he ain't gonna change. So
But yeah, I just don't like comedies outside the country because I don't know. It's just not funny. I don't get their humor. Like I get American humor.
true. I mean,
Like let's say like The Office, right? It started out as a European show, but I cannot watch that version for shit. Same with Shameless. I can't watch the
that's true.
British version of Shameless. That shit is dumb beyond dumb.
But
Like-
you don't think it's just the like
Culture.
the language barrier?
I mean, we speaking the same language.
Yeah, but it's
The slang.
the accent barrier.
yeah, the culture aspect to it. Like, I know American culture. Like, I'm gonna laugh at certain shit because it's American, probably. But I'm pretty sure they laugh at our movies more than we laugh at theirs.
Yeah, because America is just like, I don't know, we're just this shiny cul-de-sac house. Everybody trying to be on that block.
Yeah, why not?
But the stuff is not actually as good as you think.
What? Nah, entertainment wise, we kill everything.
I'm talking about just America in general.
Nah, we great, P. Like I said, it's the only place you can come and get rich. Just like off a whim. Like you can come from another country and just get rich. Like you can create your own destiny here. Like really, really, really. I don't think you can do that in any other country. So
It's still like the caste system.
the what?
The caste system.
What's that?
Or caste system. But basically, social class,
Oh yeah.
like the first cities, they had like very specific cases. And like if you was a fucking slave, you was a slave. If you was a
Actually,
if you work with your hands, you work with your hands.
it was a choice. If you want to get technical about things.
It was a choice. This is
But oh, we're getting there.
yeah, we got okay. So I want this to be the last time we talk about this.
This as in
Kanye West.
Until the album drop. If the album's fire, I'm gonna talk about it at least an hour.
It's too much time between now and the album. Like I'm getting anxiety as to like what's gonna happen next because social media is kind of like blowing.
The Crips are gonna beat Kanye up.
Now that's wild.
Daz Dennis just said he got pulled over by the cops because he told the Crips
What?
to whoop Kanye's ass.
This boy is being so annoying. Okay. This is the first time that I've ever felt like I would get crucified for my take on something with like, you know, that's in social media.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a whole bunch of disclaimers on it. I don't know if it's because I'm like a Kanye fan or I like understand his like thought processes. But when he said that slavery, you know, must have been a choice. Like if you listen to the whole interview, it sounds like what he was trying to say was,
you definitely will be crucified for this, but
it would have had to be like some type of mental slavery. Otherwise, people would just walk away from slavery. Like, you know.
Yeah. Like he's well aware.
Yeah.
And he clarified that out.
But obviously, he didn't say that.
Yeah, he didn't say that at all.
And like, I can't be mad at people that are upset at that because technically that's what he said. Like, you know, regardless of what he meant, that's what he said. We were just on the cusp of like the dope ass Charlemagne and Kanye West interview where it was finally like, oh shit, you know.
Like before I could finish watching that interview, he did the TMZ thing.
That's true. That's true.
This is so good, and then you just said that.
We were talking about that interview. I'll go back to, you know, slavery was a choice because obviously it's not we got to talk about that. But we were talking about that interview, and one, it was dope to like get context behind a lot of the stuff he was saying on Twitter. Like, you got the chance to like hear him make sense. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff he was saying like made sense to me and like resonated with me, inspired me. You know, and even like I was telling Davon, even the way it was shot, like I felt like it's one of those interviews that you'll kind of like look back at in the future. You know, like just kind of like iconic joints where, you know, like stuff was said, like premonitions and I don't know, inspirations and seeing where they, you know, went from how they started, whatever. But then, like you said, before that we even finished watching that whole thing, the slavery was a choice happened.
I don't think we can afford to just throw Kanye West away.
Who is we, and what do you mean by us?
As humans, like I would just say black people, but it's deeper than rap. So, like humans, like he's the only one like that's like that. That's even dare to say kind of like brave in a way. This is why people are so hurt, because he says George Bush doesn't care about black people. He runs on stage. He like a superhero that just takes all the darts like every time like. And we need that. Like, kids need to see that. Like, you don't think it's important that a black man has the biggest shoe in the world? Like, that's an accomplishment. Like, this nigga, he said his company's gonna be worth $1 billion by the end of the year. Like, Yeezy. That's something to cheer about. Like, I don't think that's something that should just be, like, thrown in the trash. Okay. So you saying late registration gets thrown in the trash? Like, graduation is thrown in the trash? Like, no. It's the same guy we've been seeing his whole fucking career. I look at it from his perspective probably like, because when he said I don't back him backing Trump, but he said he admires that he won. Like, that's something that, now I could probably be president. Like, Trump actually won. Like, it ain't about his policies, it ain't about nothing. Like, because he honestly don't know. Yeah. And he says it. Like, I don't know. Shit. Like, I just admire that this nigga won.
Yeah. Charlemagne took it a step farther, whichever one.
Yeah.
And he was saying he feel like Kanye literally sees himself, like, in Trump. Like, not like, oh, just an American, but like literally seeing like loud, outspoken, can be controlled, off the cuff kind of person. Like, he literally see himself in Trump. Because I don't know, it was interesting how he said that he felt something during Trump's campaign. And not like, you know, what we felt like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening, but like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Like, you know, somebody on the outside is, you know.
Everybody thought like that though, to an extent. Like, we couldn't believe Donald Trump made it that far. I don't think it was admired by it though. Like, we wasn't inspired. Yeah. Like, but we were like, damn, it's kind of crazy. Donald Trump is fucking crazy. Yeah. It's kind of fucking bizarre and crazy. But go ahead.
I just want to get to the thick of it.
Also, a thing we need to address with this is mental health. Like I said last week, if you see somebody in the woods lost and you just know your way out the woods and you see him and you just leave him in the woods, that don't make you a good person. Like, to toss somebody to the wolves or whatever. Like,
and we literally going on him. Like, he's like...
Like, what if he's a mental... If you look at the Charlamagne interview, this nigga was talking about when he got checked in to the hospital and shit for mental health and, like... His friends was around him, and then he told him don't leave his side until his wife gets there. And he was like, they took me into a room without anybody. Like, and he said, I thought they was gonna kill me. Like, like he said they drugged me up, and like, you know, he basically woke up high as shit, didn't know what really was going on. Like, I don't know, like, it's deeper than what we think it is. Like, if he does have mental and he's still taking, because Charlamagne asked him, like, so are you still taking, like, drugs? Like, did they prescribe you something? And he said, yeah, like, I'm on them right now. Like, Go
ahead. A few things. Even though people think that Kanye has gotten worse or, like, he's this wilder person than he was, like, to me, he seems more the most calm and the most collected than he has before.
I thought I was just like hypnotized or something.
His eyes are very dead in the way that like people that are on like psych meds are. But you could tell it's made him more introspective. Like when he went up to TMZ, right? So random, but it surprised me to, like, when Van was, like, literally, like, yelling at him, it surprised me to see him listening. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, the Kanye that I know, I feel like
he would have been bantering back and
forth.
forth.
Or the type of person that's they only listening to, like, see what they're going to say back. You know what I mean? But, like, you can tell in his face, like, he was really listening and, like, taking it in. A thing that kind of creeped me out, though, is he said, and I didn't see this part before, but I guess it was a part where Van got like more heated. Like, you know, he had that eloquent speech that they put out first, but he was yelling, and Kanye said like basically like, shh, be quiet, they're gonna think we crazy. And the way he said it was like,
I didn't see that.
It was, I guess it's the third part,
okay.
But he said like stop yelling, like they're gonna think, and then his voice went down, we're crazy. And it creeped me the fuck out because it seemed like something a psych patient would say. Like, obviously he is, you know, in that sense, but when he was talking about how terrified he was when they left his side and like not knowing what the doctors like could do to him, like that's how that shit happened all the time. You know what I mean? So one, the fact that he's aware of that, and two, the fact that he seemed not affected by it, but like you could tell that he had like the whole mental breakdown experience by the way that him saying like, shh, they're gonna think me crazy, and just I think that's where the cool, calm part is coming from. Like, I feel like this is the first time Kanye like has like sat and thought, like, I mean, I can't say that, but from the outside looking in, it feels like he's very just more reflective than he's ever been before, and I associate that with like his like mental health journey right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it creeped me out when he said like, be quiet, they're gonna think we're crazy.
I mean, they are.
I know they are, but it was crazy that he said that, and his face was like dead, like he was dead serious. You know what I mean? Like
it's like, if I come over there, you're not gonna hit me. You see when he said that to him?
Nah.
He said, if I come up, before he walked over there, he's like, if I come over there, you're not gonna hit me. He's like, I'm not gonna punch Kanye West on TMZ.
Yeah.
But he was like, but I can understand, and I can't understand how people can. Well, I do understand that they look up to these people so much. Like, he was angry that this was Kanye West, and I looked up to you, and you're fucking saying that slavery was a choice. Like, this is, I'm hurt, bro. Like that's why he was like, I'm sorry I hurt you. Like, yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
and a lot of people feel like that, just from social media. like, you know, it was already people saying, like, you know, Kanye's canceled, whatever, but now, like, you know, they're really angry. And I understand it, like, just taking in what he said, you know, regardless of what he meant, like, to say that slavery was a choice is, it's like a slap in the face, you know, to that whole experience. Like, obviously, I wasn't a slave.
Our ancestors were.
Yeah, our ancestors, and, you know, it's proven that ancestral trauma resonates in your DNA. But anyway, I get being upset at that.
Is it enough to throw Kanye West away? That's what I just want to know.
If you take it as him trying to express something else but saying that instead, no. If you take it as that's like 100% what he means, then it's understandable.
He said something in the T.I. thing with him and T.I., like it's a video of their conversation before they recorded the song and shit. T.I. said it was like a 2-hour, 4-hour conversation, and then they recorded the song. But there's something... No, it was in the TMZ. Was it in the TMZ? I don't know, I'm just gonna say it. But he was saying, like, making America great again had shit, and he was like, telling T.I., like, do you think the people who are the evil people wearing the Make America Great Again hat, do you think they want me wearing the hat? Hey, asking that to T.I. And then T.I. was like, nah. So why don't you do him a favor and just take that shit off? And he was like, but if this is what I gotta do to bring y'all together.
About me not wanting, us not wanting to wear the hat.
And I was like, that's kind of weird, but it makes sense in a way. Like, because he said, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like, it's just the feeling that I got, that I had to do it. Like, out of body experience kind of shit. Like,
and I was telling you earlier how, like, what if it's all for this part of it?
The dialogue,
yeah,
the conversation.
Like, for us to be having these conversations and, like...
Because I don't think we should not talk to Trump.
Or Trump supporters, or, like...
I don't think that helps.
It's like Muslim people being like, white devil. Like, it doesn't do anything to bridge the gap.
And if everybody really just want peace, this nigga saying love everybody. Isn't that the crazy?
They want to kill you.
That's the craziest part about the whole thing. Like, you would think Kanye West was Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and Harvey Weinstein all rolled up in one the way he's being treated. This nigga saying, just love everybody, bro. I love you. Just say that. Like, some people, it's hard for some people to see the bigger picture and things. And I'm not defending him in a way, but I guess it sounds like that.
That's what things sound like we defend him.
I know.
We talked about his mental health before. We talked about...
Because this is the shit that should be talked about.
It is.
Like, everybody else is just talking about the bullshit and making memes, and half of them people haven't even seen anything and just like, oh, he said that? Oh, fuck that nigga. Oh. How you gonna tell? You know, these niggas are weird because everybody's supposed to be mature and teach the youth and, you know, just be big homies in a way. How you gonna be Dash Dillinger and get on social media and say, Crips, beat Kanye ass on site if ever you see him type shit? Nigga, you like 50 years old. Like, you think that's the message? Like, you ain't telling them to beat up the cops though. That was killing the niggas in your neighborhood. You ain't telling them to beat up the drug dealers. Like, you ain't telling them to do nothing. Like, that's really going on. Like, the shit that really matters. Like, standing up against fucking LAPD. These niggas is terrible too. Like, but y'all don't do that shit. Y'all want to beat up Kanye West. That's the weirdest shit out. What do you get from beating up Kanye West? Except a funny video, because that shit gonna go viral all over the place. But it might be sad.
I don't want to see that.
No, and Kanye got like ninjas. Like, you're not just running into Kanye on Pico Boulevard. Like, it's just not happening.
Hopefully not.
This is not gonna happen. Like, what's the chances of you seeing Kanye West?
It was, I don't know, speaking on security, I don't know, that made me random think about when he said, being a celebrity is weird because you're as famous as the president, but you don't have the fucking Secret Service,
And
you know,
national
doing
security.
Security.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get your own shit. Like, you know, I never really thought about that. Like, I don't know, like, Kim and Kanye are, like, two of the most famous people ever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, think how much they gotta, I don't know. worry about that security. It never really crossed my mind.
They probably spend a lot of fucking money.
Hell yeah.
Especially since you got robbed.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You
They
gotta
probably spend
double your security budget.
Hell yeah, fuck that. We spent 10 million, we gotta spend 20 because this shit is insane. How did we get robbed?
I thought it was funny, still talking about the Charlamagne interview, but when he said he had to keep a personal eye on Kim Kardashian's fashion because she was going to Paris.
He didn't want her to look whack.
I thought that was funny.
And he said they set it up as soon as he left, they robbed her.
But do we think that Kanye is more fashionable than Kim?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think Kim shifts anything in fashion. Kanye literally shifts everything a couple times in his career. From polos to
me
Louis,
it's
Nike.
To me it's
Adidas.
great because I think
Shades.
there's a difference between being fashion forward and being in style or in fashion and having style. Like I feel like there are like three different things. I feel like Kanye is fashion forward to the point where sometimes like in the present moment like people don't get it.
Nah, I don't think. Maybe with the Confederate flag on the jacket.
I mean, that wasn't fashion.
I mean, it was supposed to be like fashion forward, but I'm saying like everything else this nigga done like worked.
That's not. I mean, it's true, but
like it's been fashion forward, but it's somehow
the first Yeezy fashion show, people was going on that shit. Like they thought it was
they still wore it, though.
Retarded. They thought it was. I mean, yeah.
So is it like?
I mean, to me, that cycle is very short. Like, but between people seeing something and not really getting it, and then like, oh shit, it's fashion, and then like wearing it out. Like I don't feel like that cycle is that long, but I feel like.
What do people wear that Kim wears?
I think Kim wears what everybody else wears, and I like that's why to me it's in definition because I feel like I think what Kanye is better, like fashion forward, iconic, like pushes the envelope, like basically he tells people what they gonna wear next, like and he has for forever almost. But I feel like being in fashion or in style is wearing the stuff that like that's already down the chain to where they telling like this is I don't know.
I don't agree with that fully.
I understand, but
I don't agree with that fully.
I feel like I think that's why people differentiate having style and being in fashion because I don't know being in fashion is kind of behind the curve, and I can understand how like technically Kim's behind the curve, but I feel like she's more.
Out of Kanye's dressing her though.
I mean, obviously not.
So are we canceling Kanye? Yay, nay.
Depends on how good that album is.
Bro, that's what I'm waiting on. When that album drops, I want everybody to hold the same energy. Because everybody who go, like say, Charlamagne, T.I., all the niggas that went to go talk to Kanye, because this nigga been wilding out, and they hear the music, they say all that shit like, man, this nigga, Kanye, whatever. And then they say, but did you hear the music? Yeah, that shit. Like, yeah. And Kanye really doesn't disappoint when it comes to music, so.
So what happens between now and June 1st?
I don't know. It only can get better from here, right?
You sure?
This got to be the bottom. Like it can't go further bottom than this. Yeah, it can't go further than the bottom. Hopefully, please.
Please.
But all these same people that hate him is gonna be mad when he dies and shit. And then they appreciate him. Who?
Kanye getting liposuction.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
I was like, we missing something.
He said it on TMZ. He was like, he got liposuction because he didn't want people to, because of y'all. I didn't want to look.
Feel like Rob.
Yeah.
And people say he was fat, so he didn't come to their wedding.
So he got liposuction, and then he said that's when he was on pills and shit.
That's how he got addicted to opiates, which made him have the breakdown or whatever.
Bro, Kanye had lipo. And it ain't even, guys that get liposuction.
I didn't know that.
Like fat guys? No? They got to, right?
I don't know shit
I thought fat people
about
had to do that. Like, how else would a fat person lose weight?
Exercise?
No, I mean like real fat people. Like the exercise.
Oh, yeah. Usually they'll get liposuction, then get gastric bypass or shit like that.
Like, you're not just losing.
Bitches getting liposuction every day. Though.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But, yeah. Yeah, that's some weird shit. Like, that's how you know something was
You know what I can't get out of my head?
That's just weird. I can't justify that one.
What I can't get out of my head is like, you know, when I was a kid, I used to watch Discovery Health Channel all the time. They would show people getting liposuction. But they always got stand, like, with like the before, before and after picture, and just like covering their, like, you know, their genitals
And they all
shit.
drawn on and shit.
And they all drawn on, and like it looked weird, and then they show the procedure, and they like shaking you back and forth and getting the fat out your back, and then when they done, they show the after, whatever. But I can't not put Kanye in those scenarios and see him that way.
That's why I said, it gotta be a little bravery to this. This nigga just told us he had liposuction.
And his mom died that way. Why would you get liposuction?
I was thinking about that. And then I thought, like, you know, how some kids' parents are addicts and then they just turn into addicts. Or some kids.
Yeah, I mean,
parents
and
are
you in the
alcoholics and they turn into
Kardashian
alcoholics
clan.
or women beaters and then you turn to a woman beater.
And you in the Kardashian clan.
Yeah.
Very, out, you know, your
Body
looks heavy.
modifications.
I think that's the part that didn't get enough treatment. That didn't get enough, that shit was like, whoa, you got liposuction.
Yeah.
Nigga, you crazy? You black.
And,
you ain't gotta do that. And you Kanye West.
And even from a sense of like...
Even though y'all was going on him when the pictures came out when he was fat. I do
Yeah.
remember that.
It's very... it's probably very normalized in the Kardashian household, like getting work done. Like everybody in the Kardashian clan is getting work done.
You can get that done on Tuesday.
You know what I mean? Like if you was around, like, you know...
Would you get liposuction if you was
Just
fat
the
and just didn't feel like working out? And it was just like at your fingertips?
Dang.
quandary.
That's a good question though. I mean, not saying I would do it. Like, but that's... If you got... Instead of working out and you got this doctor right here that could do it on Tuesday, and you ain't gotta work out, you big?
I only gotta do it once.
I mean, you're gonna have to keep it up, but you'll go down enough to look... Yeah.
If I gotta keep it up, probably not. If it was a one-time thing, I probably would.
And then it's like pocket change. Like it ain't even like...
It's right there. Like, I think people more cruel than they perceive to be. Like, cause you know if it was at your fingertips and you ain't have to work out, cause who wanna be fat? Like, there's not one thing that one person wants to be. Like,
it's like a lot of people that don't
maybe
mind or don't care.
anorexic people probably want to be fat. Maybe they're doing that because they don't
No,
want to be fat.
you're wrong. They think they fat.
Not
You said what?
You all the way wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I would do that. I mean, don't you? I feel like with the mindset that I have now, like that would bring guilt.
True.
What you mean?
Like if I was for it and I got it, it'll be like cool. But I feel like I don't know, like just guilt about cutting corners.
Yeah, but it's fat.
Like, do you really feel like, ooh, look at my body if you didn't work on it to get there?
Absolutely.
True.
Because that's what everybody's doing anyway now. Niggas wrapping their stomach a trillion
just
times
because
in
that's what
saran
you do,
wrap.
don't mean it's cool.
Getting in the oven.
Easy big abs.
Bitches do anything with some abs. June's approaching. Don't get it twisted. There's a bunch of bitches right now getting liposuction. Like, this nigga Kanye crazy. Get me right here.
Not get me right here. Get me right here.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit though.
No,
but if it's at your fingertips.
It's a good question.
I'm going like 20 times.
If you get back down, hopefully you just stay down and don't be... Obviously, he was probably depressed, eating.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I'm sad. Look at me. Now I'm making fun of him. I can't eat.
See, now I'm just...
Looking like Sherman Clump and shit.
That's fucked up.
So, is that it? Oh, you said if the album's fire, then no. I don't give a fuck. Kanye's doing better than mine.
I was also glad to hear that they...
I'm not canceling a human. That's weird. This is a cable subscription.
I'm also glad to hear that the T.I. and whatever that song was like put out the day before. I mean, they made it the day before. Like, not like that's what the album is necessarily going to be.
Nah.
You know.
I think the album is just done and that joint just sitting. He's like, y'all don't even know. Yeah, like that's how dope this nigga is. Kanye usually when he finishes an album, he wants it like out immediately.
Yeah.
This nigga holding on the album for like.
What
okay,
if?
wait.
What if it's so wild that this is the warm up?
What you mean?
Like he had to warm us up to the concepts on his.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
on his album, cause.
What else could he say on the album though that's worse than being slaves was a choice?
I don't know, cause right now we
Being
just
slaves
getting,
was a choice.
right now we getting snippets. Like
we haven't got anything.
No, I'm not talking about the music, of his opinions and
yeah.
like where his head is right now. Like we keep on getting like random headlines and like.
That's how it always is with Kanye though.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The way I'm feeling right now, I wish him peace.
I think he is at peace. I think he wants everybody else to have peace.
I think he was until he got back in the limelight.
Has he ever left? Paparazzi stake out his whole
Calabasas that's true, but
thing.
we haven't had one of these like Kanye rants
true,
in a long time. Like that's why like him tweeting rants again was like so big. But I mean, obviously you can tell he has like way better resources to I don't know, stay at peace.
Bro, this nigga company worth almost $1 billion. That's kind of insane for Yeezy.
And we're not even talking the resale. He not getting money off the resale.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Anybody can answer, but he said, because it's I said Sway. Charlamagne asked him about why Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't come to the wedding and how that impacted him, and he was like, I felt a way about it, and blah blah blah, and he was like, I can understand they were going through their own thing at the time, and Charlamagne was like, oh, that makes sense, like they were like kind of separated. Jay-Z and Beyonce at the time at your wedding. But he was like, I still don't think you should miss my wedding though. And I wanted to ask, like, let's say, I know your brother or your sister is getting married or whatever, and you and your wife are going through problems. Do you not show up to your brother's wedding because you and your wife?
Yeah, still show up. I don't got anything to do.
You said if you ain't got anything to do?
No, it doesn't have.
I guess so.
Let me slide on through the wedding.
Slide on.
No, but they don't have anything to do with each other, so.
That's what I was thinking. I thought that was weird.
My thing is, like, I would understand Jay-Z saying, like, I don't want to go through that, so I'm not going to go.
Like paparazzi wise, they would see him without Beyonce in question.
Yeah, like go down that route, but Kanye has every right to be upset about that. You know what I mean? Like.
Not upset, but just like.
Or feel away.
That was weird.
I guess. I honestly don't think that Jay-Z cares for Kanye as much as Kanye cares for Jay-Z.
Absolutely not. And I think Jay-Z's been lying in all these interviews.
All these interviews.
Because he said something else in that interview when he was like, was it about the 20 million?
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
I mean, that specific part.
That he gave him, like Jay-Z said, like, no, it wasn't that. It was about the family thing. When he said, do you think, Charlamagne asked him, like, do you think you went too far talking about, Jay-Z said you went too far talking about his family. Do you think you went too far talking about his family? That's what he asked him. And he was like, it depends on how you look. He thought about it and he was like, it depends on how you look at it. If I'm his family, no, I didn't go too far. Like, if I'm your brother, I could talk about my
family.
Yeah, like, we family. I could talk about my family. But if we're just business associates, then I did go too far. And I was like, well, that lets you know that their relationship ain't watched the throne that we thought it was. Like,
yeah, and it was clever the way he put it, because I feel like he knows that and he feels that, but...
And he said, what I got from him, he was like, I'm around Jay-Z when I'm convenient to Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Like when we were doing Watch the Throne.
Somebody said, oh.
That was his big brother, man. Yeah. He said he was like, that's the only person he could trust. Like he was in Hollywood alone. Like his mother died. Like he was in this shit alone. So he looked up to Jay-Z like really, like brotherly bond, I guess. But
yeah. And my theory about that is I think that Jay-Z has always recognized, like I know we know he didn't, in the beginning he didn't believe in Kanye, whatever. And I think that Jay-Z has recognized who Kanye is, what he's going to be, a lot like the Knowles always do. The Carters always do.
Okay.
And I feel like he had to keep Kanye at arm's length. Like, close enough to, like, I don't know, not be a part of it, but I just feel like he's always kept his distance enough, but I think it's more about him knowing what Kanye is. I feel like he's threatened.
Okay, that was my next question. Okay. But why though? Jay-Z was always gonna be Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know, but in the way that like a I don't know how to explain it. Like to keep you on your toes kind of way.
To keep Jay-Z on his toes or keep Kanye on his toes?
Keep Jay-Z on his toes.
Okay.
Like not like I feel like, I don't know, you could end my career, but like your greatness, like I have to keep my greatness above your greatness.
That's crazy. Because Jay-Z doesn't seem like a jealous guy, but maybe he is.
We didn't think Nas was a jealous guy.
No, we absolutely didn't.
We didn't know Jay-Z was
Nah, you can kind of think Jay-Z. Music-wise, you can tell he's a little selfish.
Yeah.
Just by certain words and things.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like he's been like subtly sunning him this whole time. And he don't care.
Because he was like, y'all talk. He was like, so what's stopping y'all from just meeting up? Like,
yeah.
bros, man, let's go eat. Let's chop it up real quick. He was like, y'all both live in Los Angeles. What's stopping y'all from doing that? And he was like, we'll do it. We'll get around to it. He was like, we text. He's like, that ain't good enough, bro. Like, I think he tried to keep it cordial.
I think so too.
like so is Jay-Z in all these interviews, like, oh, we're great, man.
I don't really feel like he wants to throw energy in that direction.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, he was like, Charlamagne was like, but he right there, you could just get the answers. And he was like, the answers ain't gonna change nothing.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Like, he had to
like knowing why he didn't come to my wedding ain't gonna change how I felt.
Yeah.
So it don't even matter.
I'm like, man, that's very far on the evolutionary chain.
It's petty though.
Huh?
It's petty though.
What?
Like, that's some Gemini shit. Like, knowing why you did it ain't gonna... It sounds like something my mother would say. Like, knowing why you did it ain't gonna make me change how I felt about it. Like,
but him keeping it to himself is mature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we done with Kanye?
We kind of have to be. I'm just making sure that I've said all I had to say about it because I don't want to like talk about this again. Because it's getting kind of draining to see that like people like don't
Devoting so much energy towards it?
No, more like I don't want to say misinterpreting, but like I don't think people are even giving it a chance to like understand the context, or like I feel like it's just like, you know,
yeah,
the
we don't live in that world no more though. We live in a headline world.
Yeah, it's the telephone game. Like, he said what? Well, this is how I feel about this. Oh, he said what? That's how you feel? Well, this is how I feel about it. Like,
and people already don't like Kanye.
Yeah, people are ready for like.
Well, they know that he's an asshole. Like, they're tired of his antics, but they love his music.
Yeah.
They go dig a drop. You could be like in an argument. I fucking hate Kanye, and fucking.
That beat was amazing though.
Stronger come on, you like, damn, okay. Through the Wire come on, Jesus Walk come on, you like, I can't sit still much longer. The niggas in Paris driving, it's over.
Yeah.
That's a lot of music, bro. Like, that's a lot of great music. He said he thinks he's like the greatest musician of all time. What you think about that?
Musician?
Yeah. Before we end this, just real quickly.
I think he's wrong in a good way and a bad way.
Meaning?
I think he's much more than a musician, and he's the greatest at whatever it is, more than a musician, but I wouldn't give him the greatest musician.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, I don't think he's the greatest musician. I think he's, when it's all said and done, he's going to be with them.
Yeah.
Like LeBron's going to be like the greatest, like he's going to be Mount Rushmore. Like, and I think he broke genres. Like he went from just rap. Like he can go into a lot of different, his music has a lot of different genres. I don't think hip hop had that until Kanye. It did, but it wasn't on that mainstream level. But yeah. No, he's not. I agree with what you said.
Yeah, so I wish him mental peace. Hope the album is amazing. and I'm kind of done with this whole thing in my life on social media, and yeah.
And wrap it up.
That was my wrap up. I wish him peace.
No, I was just doing the OB.
Oh.
Just telling the kids to have safe sex. Little ads in between.
I feel like that was so big, all this other stuff.
It was. What happened to fucking TV show? But people don't even watch TV. But BT used to promote safe sex. They knew we was fucking.
What? I don't even know how we got that.
Because I said wrap it up.
Oh, okay. That was the thing. That was big.
That's what I just said. That's what I was saying the whole time. Oh, okay. Okay.
I just had to know what you were talking about first before I co-signed.
That shit was huge. Like, niggas was fucking that much. And they knew Uncut was coming on later.
The TLC.
And all those
They had
people.
condoms on their eyes. I didn't even know what those was. I was like, what is that?
Ooh, that's cool. This is one of those things where I just gotta get this off my chest because I cannot believe that this happened. But Davon, right?
Oh Lord.
He encouraged me to start using Uber Eats. I used it a few times. It was cool. But yesterday, we decided to order some food via Uber Eats, right? And so, everything's going smooth. He's almost here, like a minute away. And all of a sudden, this nigga turned around and, like, going completely the opposite direction. So I'm thinking, like, this nigga about to steal my food. That's my first thought. Like, come back with my food. Whatever. But I could tell.
That's a fucked up catch if you Uber Eats driver and steal somebody's food.
Yeah, you're like, you don't want this job.
You don't really want this job.
But yeah, so I could tell that he's going back to the restaurant, but he ain't text me, he ain't call me nothing when I go back.
This nigga didn't say nothing. Literally, he's at the corner. I forgot the sauce.
Like their mom was outside waiting for him to like pull up. Like that's how close he was. Whatever. He went back to the joint. So I called him. He ain't answered. He called me back like, yeah, I forgot the
The
drinks.
nigga hit the no answer call back.
I know. He had to think about his answer and shit. So he said he forgot the drinks. And he went back, he got the drinks, he came back, right? So, he come back, Davon go down and get the food. And he chilling, like he seems very cool. He's like, it was a nice handoff, whatever. He set the food down and say, oh, he was on a moped. I said, he was on a what?
Did you tell him car he was supposed to be in?
Bro, he's supposed to be in a Toyota Camry. This nigga fucking...
I love the street looking for Camrys and shit. Then I'd like to see this nigga with a fucking bassinet.
Connected to his moped.
Yeah, the baskets that niggas shoot hoops on and shit, like in the projects. Yeah, on them joints strapped to the back of the moped.
Bruh.
We getting all exhaust dust.
Bruh.
It was drizzling yesterday. The bag was wet.
Bruh, our fucking food looked like somebody said, "Get over here." Just
My
get
top
dressed.
was hanging off.
That shit was wind damaged. That shit, he's supposed to, and I know as an Uber driver, to my understanding, you have to go through the Uber driver app, and you can only turn on Uber Eats stuff, and not do the rides and stuff. But that's the only way that I know of to be an Uber Eats
Basically
driver.
saying, what if you would have got a regular ride and you riding a moped?
You supposed to be in a Toyota Camry. The fuck you get this moped
maybe
from?
he at home, and he got the call, boom, Uber Eats. All right, I'm going to take the moped, go get it.
Why, it's raining?
It wasn't raining. It was it was yesterday.
Either way, I don't want my fucking food on a moped.
And then I was like,
I paid for a Toyota Camry.
that's the problem. I was like, niggas used to deliver food on mopeds all the time.
Yeah, but
I ain't really got a problem with the moped
as an Uber
aspect,
driver,
but if you just
I
say
am
Toyota Camry,
embarrassed. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do that. They have people now. I guess so many people was letting other people drive their Uber.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Some money.
So now Uber does this thing where you try to sign in and they be like, all right, take a picture. Who are you? And you gotta take a picture of yourself before you can even sign into the Uber app.
But who says how accurate that is?
I don't know.
I hear what it is.
When you take the picture and it's supposed to be
It's somebody that be like, oh shit, all right, go ahead, press the button. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I don't want my fucking delivered food on a moped, and I had to wait twice as long for fucking wind damaged food, and you forgot my other drink that you went back for.
No, but the drink that she's talking about, you gotta give context.
The reason why I have a problem with that because even if their IHOP's ticket has I ordered 2 waters. Only came back with 1 water. On the IHOP receipt, they only rung up 1 water. But on my Uber Eats it's 2, and in the app you see everything that they have. Like you gotta look at the thing and say,
you think they care that much? They don't care.
Maybe I'm just a really good Uber driver, but I fucking care about that. If this you got 1 job. You look in there, it say cashew chicken, 2 drinks.
I gotta check your
napkins.
food too.
You gotta get the drink for the person. You gotta pour it. Like you have to.
Agree?
I'm not pouring orange juice at IHOP.
You have to.
What? They're not even letting you back there.
I mean, either sometimes, but most of the Uber Eats, most of the Uber Eats.
You gotta cook the steak too and shit.
Most of the Uber Eats drinks, you gotta it's a fountain drink and you gotta fill it up for the person. But anyway, it got a list of the stuff that the person ordered via Uber Eats. Like that's the ultimate thing. Like he didn't even have to look at their ticket to know what I had. Like it's already
you can't
in
go
the
through the
app.
drive-through as an Uber Eats person. You gotta go inside McDonald's and shit. So I guess you have to pour the fountain drinks.
Oh, I was like, huh? That's not what I was saying. I'm saying in the Uber app, it tells you what I had, so it don't matter what.
Yeah, I was thinking about pouring the drinks too.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway,
That was a ludicrous thing into it.
It was to me. I'm like, cause I never worked in no fast food or no type of service industry, so that made me feel very uncomfortable as an Uber driver having to pour somebody a drink. And I'm like, a what? I have to do right? What? Yeah. I'm like, am I gonna get this money or not? But yeah.
Slave stuff. I'm not gonna get this money or not.
Don't fucking deliver my shit on a moped. So I was so appalled. I had to write a negative review, and I don't never do that.
She wrote a whole paragraph. I finished my meal by the time she finished
this time, and I've only given people bad reviews twice in my life, and that's Domino's in North Hollywood.
What happened at the Domino's again?
I don't even remember. I just remember it was something like they couldn't figure out my order, and then they just they didn't do anything. They didn't call me back. They didn't leave it. They didn't I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember.
Funny part is you can really just do that when you work in a store like that. Nigga, they ain't gonna do nothing to me. This is Domino's.
It's your store.
Domino's gonna get more heat than I'm gonna get.
Yeah. I just remember it was so appalling that I specifically signed up.
You think people care about getting fired from Starbucks?
I mean, yeah. I think people care about getting fired in general, not maybe from Starbucks per se.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I don't think they give a shit. Damn, I lost that one.
I had to give them a fucking negative review because that was just outrageous. And I wanted to be nice because it seemed like his thing was 99%, how good he's doing, whatever. But I'm like, if you delivering shit on your moped, no, I'm saying if you delivering shit on your moped, then you must be new. Like if you doing stuff like this and you got a 99% 99%.
You said doing stuff like this.
Delivering people food on a moped, you
gotta be new doing stuff like this. That's not how we do it on the block.
I know, cause I'm an Uber driver. I know that block, but you're really not supposed to do that.
This is how you bag up.
That shit say Toyota Camry.
Yeah, that was funny,
but Davon was just so chill about it, like, oh yeah, he was
really.
Nigga, my food just went surfing. The fuck you mean?
Everything happens for a reason. I got the food.
That shit was cold as fuck.
It's gonna be cold regardless.
I know. I mean, he had to make a double trip. So.
And I mean, all them shit's gonna be cold. I guess if he had that bag, he wouldn't have done.
Nah. And he didn't even have the fucking Uber bag. They give you the bag to keep the food warm and cozy and shit. And you fucking traveling my food on a moped and you don't have the bag? Nah.
Uber turned it.
I had to leave a white lady letter. I couldn't not do that. I owed it to myself.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I couldn't believe this nigga did that shit on the moped.
Bitch ass.
And if I said, what? Oh, this is the last thing that I want to get off my chest, and then we can talk about real news.
We have real news?
Yeah, just a few things.
Okay.
But I was on Twitter, right? I'm trying to get back into Twitter because I just don't be on Twitter, but it's hilarious. It's one of the best places these days. But anyway, there was some black girl on Twitter. I don't know what she does, but you know, obviously she's internet famous, whatever. So some white girl asks her and says like, you know, I don't know what you do, but like basically you seem cool. You're my spirit animal. Like you inspire me, type shit. And so
I don't know what you do.
Huh?
I don't know what you do.
That's the generation we live in.
Yeah.
Do you know what anybody does?
That's dumb though.
I just started this story, but I don't know what she does. Like you just don't know what she do. It's not. Fuck you. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that's not even the point. But the black girl said like something about like, you know, I'm not your fucking spirit animal, Kayla. You know, they use her name. And then all these black people started like going on the white girl like, how dare you? She's not an animal. Like white person calling a black woman black person animal. Like I'm so appalled. And like Kayla's over there like, I don't even know what I did. I'm trying like, and nobody's telling her what she do. Like why she should know her. Like why it was. I don't know. There's like nobody told her anything. She's mad. I'm mad confused. I don't even know. I don't know. It just pissed me off because I'm like, I can't believe we're getting so mad. And people call other people their spirit animal all the time. Like the white girl wasn't. Whatever. I don't know. That shit pissed me off. I was like
I'm not even.
What? Go ahead.
People probably so stupid. They probably separated it and it's like, you're my spirit
animal. That's where we at these days.
Oh no.
That's where we at these days.
Yeah, I was just scanned. White picture. Okay, white person. Animal.
But they was going on it. They was literally going on it, and like at the end she was like, "LOL, sorry." Like I don't even know what the fuck is going on
the girl
right
she
now.
commented on said, "Bitch, I ain't your spirit animal. You sucker."
That's a compliment.
I'm like, and either way, whatever you thought she was trying to say, you couldn't.
She shouldn't even be famous or any level.
That's why I was like, what?
What the fuck is a spirit animal? Googling like.
And I was like, I don't know if I missed the black girl narrative where that became a thing.
I told y'all, the clock is still on for y'all women.
We gotta let stuff like that go. Like
the clock is running down. If y'all gonna waste y'all time on getting angry at white people for calling y'all spirit animals, y'all wasting y'all time.
And she was really giving her love, like, and she didn't know she was giving her love. She didn't even know what she did. Like she was just like, you're a cool person. You're my spirit animal. I don't know what you do, but
she could have left that part out.
Obviously,
she could have left that.
I guess
that's that white people shit.
I guess. I mean,
I don't know what you do. It's like when a black person in first class. I don't know what you do. Do you rap?
Yeah.
Are you one of those rappers? You're too short to be an athlete. They'd definitely say you play basketball?
Oh yeah, baby. Meet me on the court.
I wish I got this on tape.
You got milk.
I'll show you some ball.
Tony canceled. I just decided about to tweet it.
Tony's canceled, bro.
First of all, I wish I got his fake crossover one day. This nigga don't play a lick of basketball. And it shows.
But he could fool a white person though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get away with it.
I play for the Clippers. Or say some random team. I play for Milwaukee. Like, yeah.
When I say Derek,
my name's DeMarvius Brown.
You go Google. Who the fuck is DeMaris? It sounds like a black basketball player. You gonna go home? I bet
DeMarvius Brown.
He played for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's like his dick in the bathroom.
Who?
Tony gonna have somebody's mother all busting it open in the flight.
I don't want to think about this.
You got it in first class.
I don't want to.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of sports rape, what happened with...
Whoa. Oh, before you get to that, do you know fucking Kevin Hart's friend is the nigga who was extorting him for the sex tape? A nigga he put in movies.
Shit, almost.
Real friends. How many of us?
He said, I'm hurt. I am hurt. What type of nigga?
Really?
Bro,
did he record the video?
I don't know if he recorded the video, but I'm pretty sure he was in cahoots. He was extorting it.
Praying my cousin.
So the girl was saying I didn't know how that video got linked. Guess she was telling the truth.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yo, that's
sad.
a real friend.
That's, huh?
I was playing on the context of the Kanye song. But,
How many years?
that's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Like, he probably was really jealous. Like, what made you want to do that to your friend, though?
Paid my friend $250,000 just to get it from him.
Wow.
Yo, imagine having to pay your cousin $250,000 to get your laptop
Why
back.
is everybody?
Give me. Come on, man.
Come on, Jamal. We used to head to foot.
Together.
We was head to foot. Like, it's
Wow.
fucked up you doing this to me right now. Like,
Wow. Those be the main
As
people
well.
that do that shit.
yeah, that's true. But how could you, though?
That's fact.
Like, I couldn't even fathom, like,
That's fact.
Derek got a sex tape and he famous. I'm like, yeah. Nigga, give me $250,000.
But I
Just
know
go
you. But we like.
Hey, nigga, guy code. Wink, wink. Shit. Fuck all that,
I got a
nigga.
wife. I got a girl.
I got a wife. I got
Don't call
2
number
kids
one.
and a one.
Don't call number
Don't answer.
Do not answer.
Yeah. Don't answer
Do not
number
answer.
one.
Do not answer.
You haven't seen that on Twitter?
Do not
No.
answer.
The Indian guy is like in church and he's like, good times. But just out of God code, like, don't rat on your friend. Like, nigga, I got a wife, 2 kids, and a baby on the way, and you gonna play me like this? I trusted you enough to let this go on around you.
And
Guys be foul around guys because you just think, like, God code. The niggas be sneaky. Like,
the
he
friends.
be the one that call your wife. I ain't gonna even tell you what Kevin doing right now.
He going to FaceTime the girlfriend's friend.
On some Meat
Wow,
Mills
some shit.
Safari shit. Nikki, I don't know what. Just doing like this for no reason. What's up, Nick? Safari back there, finger banging the girl and shit. Huh? Oh, that's just Safari in the back.
Oh, that?
Let me zoom in. Enhance.
What is he doing here?
Enhance.
He set the whole thing up and shit.
Damn.
Real friends, man. Niggas do anything. It's a song that say, she's my best friend's girl, but she used to be mine. Like, it's like an old country song and shit.
Oh.
But she's my best friend's girl, but she used to be mine. I was like,
I
this is
know
the
what you're
most.
talking about. She used to be my
Nah, that's the black
girl.
version. But nigga, she ain't sleep with his friend, I don't think.
Girl.
Okay, don't do that face.
I gotta do that to go. Never mind.
No. Well, I don't know what this conversation is about to lead to.
That's the first time I probably ever caught myself before I found out.
Yeah, but it just shows you how my point was before you hit the OJ's note. Guys do anything to steal a nigga girlfriend.
You know, I did not know that.
Your
was a
friend's
thing.
girlfriend? No.
Yeah, they would. It's always one in the group. I'm trying to
Maybe
tell
somebody else's girlfriend. Not your friend's girlfriend.
you. It's always one. If you slip up, he'll fuck your girl. If you do a bid, that nigga be the nigga that be like, it'd be your Shane.
The stringer.
Stringer, Shane.
Yeah.
Uh,
They always do that.
yeah.
That's weird. Ew.
They consoling.
Ew.
Oh, man.
That's creepy.
It's a super snake in the
That's
grass.
nasty.
I know, I miss him too.
We used to do this.
Has she in the fucking casino?
Yep. Damn, it's a thing.
Always
That nigga was like, He got his best friend's wife crying on his shoulder, and this nigga like pushed her head down.
That's evil.
I was like, this nigga's a coach.
That's evil.
Psychologically or evolution-wise, what do you think that is?
Evil. Evil incarnate.
Person being jealous of the king in the jungle.
True.
Like
And like,
one of the-
claiming the throne, kind of.
Yeah, cause niggas fight for I was about to say bitches. Animals, men, males. Fight over females in the jungle.
You
Like,
didn't even supposed to say females, but yeah, it's okay.
whatever y'all want to be called. I'm just going to, whatever y'all want to be called. Yeah, they get fought over. All the time. And then the nigga died. Like, remember it was like a penguin video a couple years back when a penguin got beat up and lost his wife because he fought another penguin.
I would not watch that.
That sounds tight. How do penguins fight?
Yeah. Destroying the shit out of each other. Beaking it up. That nigga was bleeding, yo. Y'all laughing.
Oh yeah, they do got like shot.
That's why I don't watch stuff like that.
That nigga lost his wife. He lost the fight and lost his wife, nigga. He had to go away from his house.
Are you talking about the fucking
It was
You sure it was
penguins.
penguins?
Yeah.
I seen something with.
I'm just saying, if you see,
I don't watch that.
It's that deep in culture of, society. Like, niggas always want you, girl.
That's horrible.
If they ain't looking, I don't
We're
wanna.
just objects forever. We're just objects forever. We get sold to the next person. We ain't even got no.
Oh, you talking about this woman?
I don't even like him. What are y'all doing this for?
Nah.
I'm gay.
Y'all probably egging them on. What that nigga ass? Whoever went get me. What a woman say.
The woman.
That's how women penguins think.
Who are you to say that?
Because that's how it works in the fucking jungle. If two lions fighting, the lion is gonna go with the lion that won because you're gonna feel protected. It's a cold game out here.
Because she have to.
Nigga, why you think she have to? Because this nigga stronger.
Because he gonna do what he did to him to her.
No, it's not gonna happen.
She's scared. She ain't got no choice. She's battered. She just lost her man.
Oh my gosh.
She ain't got no choice.
What do you mean she ain't got no choice? She can stay with the lion that's on the ground.
That's dead?
Nah, he just hurt. He gonna come back to life. Nigga don't. I just want to whoop your ass to let you know that I'm the nigga. I want you to still be alive.
I want her to have a choice.
She do.
She don't. She don't have a choice.
She technically don't. But that's the rules of the jungle. We're not talking about like
Either way, I feel
I don't
that
even know what to call you no more.
Use.
Wanna use.
Use the over this.
with the things.
Y'all got thoughts and stuff, so y'all like.
I don't care who it is. I don't.
Y'all do the same thing. It is just niggas don't be. Well, some niggas do be killing each other, but y'all just love niggas who got the most money and shit. That's how y'all work.
No, that ain't true.
Shit.
I ain't have a dime in my life.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. Yo, I second the cancel. One more cancel and y'all out of here. Strike 3.
Lord.
What was I saying? Jesus Christ. Females just love money. So usually the women that go after the nigga who got the most money because she'll see security in that. That's how like y'all work.
Don't fucking point at me.
I'm saying y'all because I can't say females, I can't say girl, I can't say women, I can't say.
Just don't point at me. Don't put me in a group.
The vagina holders.
Okay.
That's the only thing. It's not.
We just walk around like this.
Y'all hold the vagina. That's the only thing y'all got. Not the only thing y'all got, but.
Damn.
You ain't even have to say that.
We just enfranchised. We need a name for that.
I just had a Kanye moment. I didn't mean that.
That's what I was about to say.
I didn't mean that.
Like a word?
Yeah, we need a name for it, like a yayism or some shit.
I didn't mean that.
He just had a yay.
Oh, I just had a yay. That's what they said to Kim. She gets it.
Baby.
You said what?
No.
Yeah. He didn't mean that, guys. Why doesn't Kanye have a PR person or a publicist?
He said, "Cause I can't be managed, bro. You can't manage Ye."
Kanye's publicist would be the most stressed person on the planet.
Kanye can't have a publicist.
Huh?
Kanye can't have a publicist. I'm pretty sure he had some in the past, but he can't. It's impossible.
I mean, honestly not.
I'm pretty sure a publicist would love to be working for Kanye, though.
That's problem. I mean, they would make a lot of money, but that's problems on problems on problems.
Yeah, but that's your whole job. A publicist's fucking job is
yeah, but I don't
fix problems. That's your whole job.
Yeah.
You can't be mad.
You don't want to
I
go
don't
to
think
the
this shit is that
extreme.
intense, though. Did we talk about this Redskins thing?
Oh no, we didn't. Let's go.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what happened. You used to work for the Redskins. We could bleep that part out if you wanted to.
Not at that.
Are you gonna say something that's gonna be criminalize yourself? Okay.
Incriminate myself, bro. I was on the kids team.
Yeah, but I thought you was gonna say I seen some stuff.
Fuck no.
Okay. Thought you were gonna
I'm not that close to it.
Okay, well, so they can know what the fuck we're talking about. The Redskins cheerleaders in 2013 went on a trip to Costa Rica for a calendar photo shoot. While there, they were told, some were topless, nude, some just in body paint, and they were told to pose in some awkward positions.
Said, bend over and grab your ankles.
Because we need that one for July, definitely. That's the July pose. But So yeah, after that degrading thing that they made those poor things go through, I don't know what to call them anymore. They said, "Ooh, no, your job's not done yet." After the 14-hour day that they had bending over and just laying up nude, taking photos, it's like, "No, we got 36 business niggas who work with the Redskins. We need some money, so y'all gonna be their escorts for the night when they go to the club." And that's pretty much it. I don't know why nobody said no. Guess the fear of being left in Costa Rica. Getting caned to death in Costa Rica.
That's very unfortunate and weird and whack. But
this is where the lawsuit comes in right here.
I kind of feel like I feel like that's what you. How can I put this? The fuck do we need NFL cheerleaders for besides that?
Besides what?
Besides being like a sexy face to the organization, like almost like an ambassador, like they're a sexy ambassador.
So you're saying they deserve to be escorts because that's what they are to the organization, and sexy ambassadors?
No, I would be surprised if they were surprised at what happened. I think they definitely should go through what they did and like report these people and talk about what happened. But
remember I said she was sexist at the beginning of the episode?
It's not sexist. Like,
bro, you just said they should expect to be used as hoes.
Let me finish. Look at what they wear. They don't do stunts. They don't fucking like.
Look, don't bring your cheerleader bashingness into this. Just keep it on the surface. Keep your.
I feel like that's what cheerleading is for. Like, think about like high school.
Meanwhile, dancers is over here fucking
doing the real work.
Threatening to blow up auditions because we didn't.
Oh yeah, that you'd be surprised how that turned out.
It ended?
Yeah. The FBI,
I guess it is past Monday.
Yeah, they called the FBI. They went to his house and then he had to like keep on posting stuff. He tried to say that that's not what he was saying, and the whole time he was trying to make it seem like he got kidnapped and people had his phone, but it was him the whole time.
Crazy ass dancer.
He still feels
one of her friends.
It's not one of my friends. He still feels the way he did. He thinks people are stupid for thinking that he was actually gonna blow up all the dance studios.
Why would we think that? Niggas is blowing up everything, shooting up everything.
What's his reason? Why do you want to do that?
Yeah, what's his reason, Tanya?
Basically, he feels like an outsider in the dance community, and insiders in the dance community are not open or helpful to the people that's outside, so then the insiders don't deserve their position.
He was mad he didn't get an audition.
Like, I don't know what happened. It sounds like he was at the Janet audition, and like he had a question, but nobody answered his question, and he felt.
You gotta see the video.
He felt like he said, "Why do we let them do this to us?" Like that nigga sound like he was gonna blow up the fucking building. So
he was alone.
Somebody was recording.
Yeah, somebody was recording.
I would have been nervous holding the camera while somebody's spazzing out.
And like, he was basically saying,
"Tony, get the camera! I'm going in."
He was asking people. He was asking people to send him stories of like times that like choreographers or something that, like made them.
He does got a little
like,
point though.
I get. He was
y'all
saying
niggas
like,
are harsh.
Harsh.
Y'all like have these like it's very cliquey high school kind of thing. Like you can't get into this even if you wanted to.
The thing he was talking about.
Go ahead, dance as much as you want, but you won't get into this circle.
I really don't think it's like that. Like,
then they throw your audition picture to the side. You and
honestly,
you. Where do you get?
Honestly, that part of it is like.
That's the great.
It's like 80% of the industry, but like.
80%.
Yeah, like
that's
the politicking.
Yeah,
like that's 80% of the industry, but the other 20%, like what you put into it, you're gonna get out. So like
anything.
Yeah, like he has an issue, but he's really just not that good.
That's the millennial thing.
And it is, and also just like to give you context, like if you're in a very professional dance setting, like when you're at your home studio, you can raise your hand and say like, okay, so which way does this foot go, or like where does this hand go, or like the small stuff. But like in a professional setting, you're supposed to, like, that's why it's professional. You're supposed to be able to see that for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there are situations where you really aren't allowed to ask questions. You just aren't, and that's how that's the level that we at. Like the community dance and stuff like that, you can ask as many questions that you want. Like you can take your time, whatever. Like at this level, like time is money. Like you're being paid. Like that's the whole point of being a professional dancer. You have to be able to like see that that they did this with their finger. Like it could be a room of 300 people. Either way, you gotta fucking figure it out. Like that's the whole point of being a professional dancer. And so where I understand like there is a lot of like exploitation going on in the dance community, like people that aren't that good and charging out the wazoo, or like there is the business side to it, and the shitty business side to it, but like at the end of the day, if you put in the work, you're going to be in a position to like do what you work for. You know what I mean? Everything else is just an excuse, and that's just the bottom line.
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
Yeah,
millennials are just lazy. They got like this mentality like I'm supposed to have it, and you supposed to give it to me, but I ain't worked for shit yet.
yeah.
I just got off the bus yesterday, but I ain't get the Janet Jackson audition.
Yeah. And this nigga posted his. This was kind of smart.
And he said he was gonna blow up the building.
This is the only thing that I agree with him on. Yeah, like they literally closed down the dance studios on Monday because they didn't know which one he was gonna blow up. Whatever. But they had the hashtag dance with Janet, and everybody had to send in a dance video or whatever. And the reason why I feel him with this is because like there was something about it personally that, as far as the video version, that I just it didn't sit right with me. And I can't really tell you why, but I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And he was talking about, like, he did his Dance for Janet video, but he just sat on the floor. Like, that was his Dance for Janet video because she basically just used all these dancers to promote her tour for free.
Okay, I was about to ask you about this. I heard your button said on his shit.
Mm-hmm.
But are you, as a dancer, are you tired of the fucking singers using y'all in these, whatever fucking building that be, with the wall, and they like 80 trillion dancers dancing to one song?
Yes.
In groups of 3.
The
like,
problem with I am because, and this is weird because when I first moved to LA, there was a lot of like the older vet dancers. They felt the same way, and I didn't understand it at that time. Like they don't go to open calls. They look at like that's what that's called. It's like anybody and a mama can come. It don't even matter. And like there's already thousands of like professional dancers, and then there's a whole nother level of dancers underneath that like aren't really professional. They don't have an agency. Those are the type of people that go to open calls. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like most of the time when people do open calls and like big artists like that, it's promo. Like that
y'all not getting paid for.
That we not getting paid for, and like SAG wise, like agent wise, like you have to get paid for like auditions like that. But like obviously a lot of stuff goes under the table, whatever. But like thousands of dancers, like people will pass out. Like you're there all day. It's the longest process known to man. Like you have to keep your mental up, you have to keep your physical up. It's very, very demanding.
All for 30 seconds.
All for 30 seconds, and most of the time they still book whoever they know. Like,
I didn't think those things were for booking. I thought
the video joints are not. Okay, but like all those people also they had an audition day for people that don't have agents. A whole day of people, thousands of people. People fly from New York, all the shit. Come, not the professional audition, and then they have the audition for the professional dancers, the one that have agencies. A whole another thousands of people to audition, and then they still gonna take the small. I think they're only taking 2 dancers, if that. They had to find a girl and a guy, and all this.
That's all who you know.
It is, and that's why I said like that's 80%. But like the thing is, like he's right about that. She just used thousands of millions of dancers to promote her tour for free. Nobody got paid for that. They didn't even use half of the people.
Do we know this is being used for her tour officially though?
Yeah, that they showed it on the Viceland, HBO, whatever. But the only thing that I don't know, I didn't go. Like I got the audition for the like go in person, whatever. Obviously I told you I didn't do the video part because it didn't feel right.
On the flip side, just to count that real fast. You'll say you're a dancer on the come up. If you do get used, let's say your footage does get used in the Janet Jackson documentary, that's kind of like, to a new person, that could be like a social media clout kind of thing. Like, it gives you something to post. It's going to be people like, oh shit, you was on the Janet Jackson? Because it's all about perception. Like, ain't shit real. Like, So if they could make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm there, Janet, shit. What you gonna say? You not there? I seen you on Janet Jackson documentary. Like
The
you did something.
the last time she had the open call, like I was on the documentary and everybody was hitting me up for that. Like I didn't go past that day. You know what I mean? Like, but what
it still look good.
Yeah.
But you cut
that's
her back, so
yeah. The thing,
and
and this is the first time I like talked about this. Like, it was the first time I felt like regret in my dance career because I never do that. Like I'll go anyway. But I'm at this weird point in my life, and like this is where those dancers that when I first started I looked up. This is where they was at. Like when you get to a certain level, you start to respect your time different. And being a mom, my time is so important, so expensive at this point. Like it to me it makes all the difference. Like any other time, like I would never be the one to not go to an open call. But like I don't know, it's just this weird point in my life, and like mentally I'm in between. Like part of me wish that I did go just to know, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing with regrets and why I don't usually have regrets, because I don't go, I see what happens, you know what I mean? And that was the first time I didn't. Like looking back on it, I am glad that I didn't, just because like I said, respecting my time. But I don't know, it's this thing in like creative life where like, because technically that's my hustle. Like that's what people wait for, like auditions and shit. And I had one and I didn't go. And to me, like that's weird. But like I said, I'm also in this point when I really respect my time. Like as a professional dancer, like there's no reason why you can't go. Like, cause what they do, the alternative besides the open call, just saying anybody can come, is they tell your agents like what type of people I'm looking for. So like half the time they have a height, they have a look, they have specifically what they need.
So y'all just basically there for no reason.
For no reason. So they do sometimes with these are the type of jobs that respect your time, and these are the type of auditions I like to go to at this point in my career. They tell the agents what they want. The agents send the people that's what they want, and then you can choose out. Like you're not wasting nobody's time. We're not wasting your time. You're not wasting our time. Like that's the type of stuff that's like.
But majority
respectful.
They never know what they want. Sometimes.
Most of the time they do, honestly.
Know what they want?
Yeah, half of the time, like for instance, that fucking.
They want more like commercial shit.
Yeah. The fucking Jason Derulo audition went to, they was like, all right, we need an Asian girl, we need a white girl. So like they casted the one person that they wanted. So what was left, they was like, all right, we only need an Asian girl and a white girl. And like, you know, from the outside looking in, it's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, you just got cut. But like that's amazing. Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Like if you're not looking for me, like I'm cool for that. It's always gonna be a job for you. Mm-hmm. But like that's the type of stuff that's why I didn't go. My time is too expensive at this point.
I believe you.
And I don't know. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. Remember, kids, wrap it up.
That's all I say.
Seattle officials moved to wipe marijuana convictions from people.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they fucking should.
No.
I mean, I am, but
But
like,
yeah, they should.
Think how much of a smack in the face, like, all us got fucking uncles, daddies, cousins in fucking jail for weed and shit, and it's fucking white yoga bitches smoking. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's mainstream now, and they still in jail. Why the fuck wouldn't they start wiping out the convictions? That's ridiculous. Like, it's legal.
Yeah, absolutely. But they still gotta keep these niggas in jail. So, was there any more topics? Yeah.
The Nike thing.
What about Nike?
I mean, you told me.
Oh, that they're just a terrible place to work at for women.
Yeah, I was telling him the only thing I looked at that was the gift underneath that, and it was like, you know, pretending like you surprised.
That Nike is a terrible place to work.
Yeah, like discriminating against women.
Oh, Black China got pregnant by an 18-year-old. I forgot to tell you that.
That was
How old
true?
is Black China?
Yeah, I think it is true.
She can get pregnant again? How old is the
How old
baby?
is she?
Huh?
I'm behind, sorry.
What you mean? What you mean?
She pregnant again?
Yeah, she just got pregnant by an 18-year-old. He looked like Ricky little brother, Sean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought that was your girl, so that's why I brought it.
How old is Black China?
Huh? What?
How old is she?
Black China? 20-something. He 18 though.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You gotta give her props.
Why?
Give her props or
Give
give
him
him props?
Oh.
Yeah.
He 18 smashing a 20-something-year-old. Ain't got her pregnant.
Interested to see what his conversation is like.
Who?
This 18-year-old that got Black John.
That nigga deep.
Gotta be.
Or maybe not. She's just, they talk about cartoons. He can relate. She got kids.
I like SpongeBob. You like SpongeBob?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was it? You sure I saw something?
Me and my kids watch SpongeBob every day.
What?
You watch SpongeBob?
I mean, SpongeBob's
Like
great.
cheese on your eggs too? I'll make them like this for my kids every morning. That's fucked up. You said what?
So that's all I have.
Alright, well.
Remember, kids.
Although we've come. That's it.
Okay. Alright. But yeah, we're officially putting this Kanye stuff to rest until the album drops.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Damn, I was gonna say that.
Sorry.
I'll just say it again later. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's wrapping up.
Go ahead.
Follow the podcast at ACK the Hero on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also check out our website at ackthehero.com. If you have friends that have an iPhone, just like steal their phone and like subscribe to our podcast.
That's the easy way to do it. Because they never gonna look there anyway.
Yeah, like, oh, you know, you helping us out.
They're gonna pop them like, what the fuck is this? Oh.
And then they're gonna enjoy it. So yeah, do that. Subscribe on iTunes. Follow me at LTNYA on Instagram, at LTNYA_ on Twitter.
And follow me at Life is Tatum on both Instagram and Twitter. And remember to wrap it up, kids. It's a dirty game out here. Syphilis is running wild in Los Angeles, so be careful out there. You ain't seen the billboards? It's like billboards with like
Everywhere.
like syphilis, like with a person's just face and syphilis, and like be careful, cause syphilis is it's like a fucking it hides in the sewers. That's syphilis thing is serious. It's important.
And we out.
All right,
Peace out.
you had to get the bitches.